Okay then, listen up. First of all, Carlton, stop getting ahead of yourself. Make sure you beat Richmond this weekend. Secondly, and much more importantly, it's Brad Chicken No-No's Bucks party. He's taking the boys over to Estonia. Next week he's doing the Romeo. He's getting married to Juliet. Sorry I can't be there, but EI sort of stuffed that up. Now, I would say actually to you out there that you might know who Brad Chicken No-No is, except that no one watches this. But some of you actually might know it on Today Foxy. Anyway, the chicken. Years ago, there were four young strapping lads from Cobram. There was Chicken, Skunk, Macca and Chowzito, if memory serves me right. Got infested Macca's car. They went to a party at a dairy farm, I think it was, near Katunga. They got chased out of that party after crashing it, and that was the start of the All-Stars. The All-Stars were the Cobram boys that really, it's no use being bashful about this. We dominated the Goulburn Murray area all the way from Cobram through to Hot Gossip at Shepparton. Hot Gossip was always the end of our little adventures. Get there, leave at 4 o'clock in the morning, drive back through the fog. It was always someone's turn not to drive. It's while Macca, I think, in the All-Star team was the official captain, Chicken was the spiritual leader. He would have been full forward, and I reckon on the Bucks party, Cam Howard would have been ruck. Dushy would have been ruck rover. Bazzoni would have been rover. Macca in the centre. I think I got centre half forward or centre half back, but geez, it was a good side. Skunky Beasley would have been probably half-back flank. I think that's where he played his best football, and definitely coming from behind was his best work. But we did, we went everywhere. The Strathie Footy Club balls, the Numurkah Footy Club balls. I think there was a trip over to Albury there one time. There were many a song to be had. There was a song, of course, about, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of that Katunga footballer, but it was here to Kelly. Well, I won't say her last name, but you would know her as Kelly Kerry. The Katunga netball and of course Prue. But for you boys there now, I'm not sure if you know, I'm sure you'd be boozed up and everything. You probably haven't learned the new international protocols for distress numbers. I know around the world we've got 911, we've got 000. But if you boys there in Estonia are in trouble, just remember this phone number. 621 760. That's right, 621 760. Remember that, and good luck. Get into the European Wife Basher, and if you're into Grand Supply, even all the better. Now for racing tips after all that, Rosehill tomorrow, the track's drying out, we're getting towards a slow 6 would probably be it. Perhaps a dead 5, there's a lot of wind around, there's a lot of sun. Anyway, the first and Cat Burglar just wins it. The thing is, it could be on a 3-horse field because 2 of the horses are entered in other races. If it's a 3-horse field, you're not going to get over $1.20. It's a 5-horse field and you can snag $2, get it and double your money and make a pot for the rest of the day. The second, and be stuffed if I know who wins this, well, actually, I don't know who wins. Good luck to the owners because they're racing for 70k purse. Wouldn't you love a horse in it? Race 3, and what more could you do? If you had a mare that handles ground, you'd put her in these winter classes. This next 2 months, you're racing for 70 grand first prize. Donna's Appeal, I think, wins this race, but I would love a mare that handles ground and could be racing for 70k. Now the 4th, the Magic Zulu comes up from the Noonan stable. They brought up Celtic Empire, which is in the 5th or 6th race later. Excuse me. Magic Zulu comes up and it has good form behind Vandalo, and there's another horse down in Melbourne I just can't remember at the sec. Had a bit of a spruik on it for Blue Diamond, don't know if it'll do enough here, but it's in the Laurel Oak colour, so that might be a reason why it's come up. Kettle Drum extend Mitch's lead. Mitch Beedman took the lead in the premiership today when he rode Cartoon Character. Eagle Rock, it's in form. It's also entered for the last race of the day where it gets in with about 53 kilos, but it's drawn wide. Superior Instinct, lovely horse, very tough. Doesn't know when to accept defeat, always charges the line. There's been 3.5 weeks between runs, but he's coming from a bad barrier, and that's the reason why I'm put off. Hidden Assets, it's well in on the weights if that Lachlan Fife can ride. Lap of Honour is tried well, did have a spruik on it when it was first produced. God, it must be a son of Hussein. Might be the one to watch, but we couldn't take a tip. Now the 5th, Celtic Empire, appreciates the ground. It looks like it appreciates the distance, but the weight, I don't like the weight at all. I think it's up 3 kilos from its last run at Randwick. Lancaster Park, the form guide says not on wet tracks, but if I remember rightly, December, January last year, it ran second to Eramine on a wet track when it snuck up the inside at Rosehill. Eramine would kill this lot, even if he wasn't in form or was injured as he was after that run. But yeah, who knows. Grizz has formed behind reasonable horses, but then it did finish behind 2 others that are in this race, in 2 Towers and Pooties. I mean, honestly, who are they? They could be up and comers. They don't pick themselves here. Couldn't back 9, the Gay Waterhouse runner, because of the Collingwood colours. This race, if it wasn't for the weight, I'd be all over Celtic Empire, but I don't like the weight. Now the 6th, and it's an average welter, and what you would do to have a welter horse racing for 70k. Hint, hint, Melbourne owners, where get your horses up to Sydney and leave them here for 2 months, race them every second week for 70k. They can handle going. Anyway, Vision and Power was powering away at the end of its race last time when it beat that Hot Pot Corsican, and is the logical choice here. Now the 7th, and there's a big field, and so you would expect that we would get some speed. You could go with back markers, and there's a couple of back markers in there. Your Rubinda, there's one. But there's one with a good wet track form called Mr. Blue Sky that will appreciate the pace coming into town from the bush, probably not wasting fuel at $1.70 a litre. We'll have a look at it if it's around 20 to 1, and we probably need those odds, but we'll have a look. The last, and 8 Moons, is 1 run away, not Saturday, but after that, get on. What else is in that race? The 14, C9, have a look at its wet track record. Amazing, actually. I think it's only been out of a place 3 times in about 15 to 20 starts on dead slow and heavy. The thing is, that form is around Port Macquarie. I think it won the Warchoke Cup last start, and it's got about the same weight. It steps up to city grade, but its wet track record, you know, you've got to have a little look at it. But there's one horse here, it's drawn the 1, referees picks itself, charging home last time when effective going. Stays around the weight. I think it had, where's my form? I think it had Josh Parr on it, so I'll probably get 1.5 kilos. That's the one. Now, for a summary of the card, Cat Burger on the 1st, you'd get $2. If not, you know, too short, don't back it. Donna's Appeal on the 3rd, good consistent mare. Vision and Power in the 6th. I know it's won about 4 from 26, but there's just not much else in that race. The 7th, if you get your 20s about Mr. Blue Sky, have a look. And then the last, of course, referees. Now, here's to you, here's to us, here's to Chicken, and just remember the distress number, 621 760. Later.